This is a story called The Lost and Very Frightened Baby Seal called Esra. It's the middle of summer, but there's a storm brewing and there's a family of seals loving life in the sea. The little ones, Esra, Bella, Luna and Elsa, have gone off to play. After a while their mummy tells them to come back to her. However, as they were doing so, the storm started and the current suddenly became really strong, and little Esra was washed out to shore, was washed out to another part of the sea. When she looked, there was nothing but sharks, and they surrounded her, causing her to be extremely frightened. Then a group of dolphins came to her rescue and chased the sharks away. Poor little Esra was crying her eyes out and shaking like a leaf. One of the dolphins said to her, "My name's Willie and this is my wife Stella and our children George, Marley, Mary and Xander. Please don't be afraid. We won't hurt you. You must come with us so that we can look after you until we locate your family." "I don't want to. I want to go home. I want my mummy and daddy," cried baby Esra. "Hey now, little one, don't cry and don't be afraid. We won't hurt you, but the sharks will. That's why you must come with us to where it's safe, so we can take care of you until we find your family," said Willie. "Okay, but I want my mummy and daddy," cried baby Esra. "I know, my darling, and once the storm's over with, we'll start looking for them. Come on now, little one, get on my back and hold on tight," said Willie. Little baby Esra was terrified, but she did as she was told and climbed on Willie's back and held on tight. Willie and his family took her back to the part of the sea where they lived. When they got there, they offered her some food, but she wouldn't take it. She just kept crying and saying, "I want my mummy and daddy. I want to go home." "We know, darling, but the storm's still going strong and it's too dangerous for us to go out and find them. We have to stay here where it's safe. We promise you that as soon as the storm's over with, we'll look for your mummy and daddy," said Stella. Baby Esra just took herself off to a corner and cried herself to sleep. The next day, Stella tried to get her to eat, but she wouldn't. She just kept crying and asking for her mummy and daddy. She didn't move from her corner and she was still incredibly frightened and sad. On the third day, On the third day she was with them, Willie and Stella managed to get her to eat, but she was only 3 weeks old and all she wanted was her mummy and daddy. On the third day the storm was finally over, and it was now safe for Willie to go looking for baby Esra's family. However, he asked all the sea creatures he could, avoiding the sharks of course, if they knew the family. When he went home and broke the news to baby Esra, she burst into tears and said, "I want my mummy and daddy. I want to go home. Please take me home." "I'm sorry, Esra, but we can't take you home until we find your family," said Willie. Baby Esra went back to her corner and sobbed until she eventually fell asleep, with Stella holding her and trying to soothe her. The next day when she woke up, the first thing she said was, "Will you take me home to my mummy and daddy today? I miss them and I want to go home. I'll do my best, sweetheart, said Willie. That day, Willie searched for Esra's family and he asked everyone he could if they'd seen them or if they knew them, but they all said no. Once again, he had to go back home to tell baby Esra that he hadn't found her family. When he did, she burst into tears again and said, I want to go home. I want my mummy and daddy. Oh, Esra, we'll find your mummy and daddy eventually. I promise you that we will, said Willie. All baby Esra did was cry. She was still refusing to eat and everyone was extremely worried about her. The next day, another storm was brewing and Willie told Esra that he wouldn't be able to go out searching for her parents because if there was a storm it would be too dangerous. Excuse me. Little Esra burst into tears and then she tried to swim off. Willie grabbed her and said, Hey now there, little one, just where do you think you're going? I'm going to find my mummy and daddy. I want to go home, I miss them, sobbed baby Esra. You can't go out there alone, my darling, it's far too dangerous. You'll get yourself killed. You must stay here until we find your parents, said Willie. But I want my mummy and daddy and I miss them and I want to go home, sobbed baby Esra. Oh, I know, sweetheart, but it's too dangerous out there. I promise that I'll keep searching for your mummy and daddy until I find them. I just can't today because of the storm. It's too dangerous, said Willie. The next day the storm was over with, so Willie went out searching for Esra's parents. He asked everyone he could if they knew Esra's parents, but they all said no. He decided to swim further out to sea and the first creature he spoke to turned out to be a friend of Esra's parents. He said to Willie, I'm friends with Esra's parents, follow me and I'll take you to them. When they got to Esra's house, George said to her parents, Hey Paul, Stella, Willie here has been looking after your little Esra. You have? Where is she? Is she safe and well? Asked Stella. She's at my place, she's okay, my wife's looking after her, said Willie. Oh, thank you so much, said Stella. Then a load of huge sharks came swimming towards them and everyone panicked. And Willie said, Does that happen often? Yeah, nearly every day. That's why we can't let our kids in this part of the sea. They can only play in the other side and there's not a lot of room for them all to play together, said Paul. There's absolutely loads of room where I live. There's enough room for everyone that lives here to move there. The kids will have loads of room to play freely, safely and together, said Willie. Then Willie took Stella and Paul to get Esra, and when she saw them she said, Mummy, Daddy, you came. I've missed you. Please can we go home now? Well, Esra, there's no point in taking you home because everyone from our part of the sea is moving here today, so you may as well just stay here, said Paul. Okay, Daddy, I'm hungry. Please can I have something to eat? That day everyone moved to Willie's part of the sea where they didn't have to worry about the sharks. The kids were finally able to play safely, freely and together, and they loved Esra. Little Esra was really happy to be back with her family. Her parents couldn't have thanked Willie and Stella enough for looking after Esra and keeping her safe. The end. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like it. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, Please feel free to like, share, comment and to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Take care of yourselves, guys. Love yous. Bye.